Hello everyone, it's Jeff. This video is going to be a contest entry video for Andy's Vinyl Den's 777 subscriber contest. Wow, that is a monumental amount of subscribers to have. Congratulations, Andy, you deserve it. Love watching your channel. Real quick, I know I've shown this recently, but all the cool kids are doing it, so I got to do it one more time. Give another shout out for Andy's comic book, Tales from the Dead Wax. Copies are going fast. If I'm pretty much preaching to the choir here, I'm fairly sure that almost everyone who watches these videos and makes these videos, I'm sure they have a copy of their own. I would hope that would be the case. But for those few who don't or may not, go to Andy's channel and see about getting yourself a copy. It's really good. Of course, I have mine already bagged and boarded and protected because I'm still a comic guy, so I still have stuff that'll fit these magazine-sized comics. Of course, this thing's going to be very rare in the near future, I got a feeling. And I'm definitely on board with all future issues that you're going to be putting out, Andy. So you keep making them, I'll keep buying them and reading them. All right. Andy's contest is the concept is that of a mixtape featuring 10 songs by 10 different artists. And the music has to be, those songs have to define a certain genre of music. And the genre of music that I chose for my entry is soul music. Soul is definitely, soul along with jazz is the section of my collection that I'm enjoying a lot, and I'm trying to expand a lot of my collection. So it was almost tough for me to come up with 10 different ones, but I was able to. Maybe I don't know if I'll be slightly bending the rules or not with my choices, but that's what I picked. So I'm gonna start with one of the all-time great soul singers, Al Green. This one is Call Me, and the title track is my first entry, my first pick, my first song. Call Me, great album. And as far as I'm concerned, Al Green is one of the all-time greatest, not just soul singers, but singer, period. He's always been among my favorites. So Call Me by Al Green is the first song for my soul mixtape. The second one is instrumental. Also the title track by Booker T and the MGs, Hip Hugger. This is also a great album. Booker T and the MGs, a great instrumental soul band. Of course, they were the house band for Stax Records for those prime years in the 60s when all those classic records were being made. And believe it or not, the the way I came across Hip Hugger, the song, was way back in the 80s, probably around later 80s. There was a movie called Barfly. And Mickey Rourke was in it, and he plays a down on his luck bum drunk, and the song playing over the opening credits was Hip Hugger. So I found out what that song was because I really liked it, and I had the 45 somewhere, I think somewhere in my 45 stack, but that's in my storage unit. I don't have my 45s here at home. But I ended up picking up this album. I saw this, or I came across this album, so I grabbed it. and I have it here anyway. So Hip Hugger by Booker T and the MGs is my second song choice. Third, another all-time great singer, the great Marvin Gaye. Also, title track with this album, What's Going On. By the time he released this album in '71, I think Marvin Gaye had certainly broken out of the mold of the Motown hit factory singer and was starting to go his own way and make the kind of music he wanted to make versus the kind of music that Berry Gordy wanted him to make. And the results are stellar. What's Going On is a classic song, easily. I think it would count in the soul category for sure. I mean, it still has some of that Motown sound to it, but certainly I think it qualifies because his singing is so heartfelt and passionate. You can just like hear his heart breaking as he's singing this song. So What's Going On is my third pick for my soul mixtape. My number 4 is another classic, Curtis Mayfield. Curtis Live is the album here. I don't have any other Curtis Mayfield except for the Superfly soundtrack, and I've shown that one enough times to not be repeating myself, so I wanted to go with something else. And People Get Ready, even though it's a live version, it's very, very good, is my pick from this album. This is a double live album. There are many. I'll show you the gatefold here real quick. Many great songs off of this, on this album, but People Get Ready is my pick for this mixtape. So that's my number 4 pick. Curtis Mayfield, People Get Ready. Number 6, Sly and the Family Stone. I don't know if this one is stretching the definitions of soul, but these guys crossed so many boundaries and genres that I think they still count. Oh, I'm sorry. The name of this album is Stand, in case I did not introduce it like that. Okay. Stand is the album. Let me just show you the gatefold here very quickly. And I'm sticking with the title track. I'm going to go with Stand. It's funky. It's definitely soulful. It's a great song. And yeah, it's like I said, Sly goes in a lot of different directions with his band and these albums, but I think this can definitely fall into the soul category. So I'm going to stick with my title tracks and go with Stand by Sly and the Family Stone. I'm already losing count. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Number 6 is probably the newest entry in this list, but I think he counts too. Robert Cray. And not just because the album's called In My Soul. This is a great album. And Robert Cray, even though he's more well known as a blues guitarist, I think among blues and soul vocalists, he's easily he stands above and beyond the rest in terms of vocal ability, for sure. This album came out in 2014, so I'm pretty sure this is the newest entry out of all of these picks. And I'm going to go with the last track on this album called Deep in My Soul. That's going to be my pick for this album. Robert Cray Band, In My Soul. Okay. Coming next after that is probably also stretching the boundaries of soul a little bit. This is by, let me see if I can pronounce his name, Babatunde Olatunji. And I'm sticking with the title tracks, Soul Mokou. This was, I think this was covered by a lot of other different artists. It's a precursor almost to like hip hop and rap. I know I was watching a documentary, I can't remember the name of it right now, being on camera, my mind's going blank. But I know that Soul Mokou, the song, was very big among DJs to use to rap over as well. So, and even Michael Jackson, I think, used a variation of it in one of his songs off Thriller, I think. But don't quote me. But anyway, Soul Mokou by Babatunde Olatunji is the song I'm going with off of this album. And I wish I was doing needle drops. That's something I want to work on in the future. I would play some of this for you because it's a great, great song. And if it does not get you moving, I don't know what will. So, yeah, this is my 7th pick for my Soul mixtape. At number 8, the only white guy on this list, Van Morrison. Moondance. Easily. I mean, I know it's a very jazzy track, the music, but I think Van Morrison can easily qualify as a soul singer, for sure. So I'm still sticking with my title tracks. I seem to be going with that in this list. I didn't even notice that until I'm here on camera talking about them. But just show you the back. I'm pretty sure most everyone knows Moondance, the album and the song. So that's why I'm going with this for my number 8 pick. And almost finally, I couldn't make a soul mixtape without including the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin. This album is probably, well, this is the only Aretha I've got, but she does cover Try a Little Tenderness on this album. So that's what I'm going to use as my pick for this album, from this album. The tender, the moving, the swinging, Aretha Franklin. And the song that I'm going to pick off of this one is Try a Little Tenderness, which I know we all know. That's a great soul classic song. And Aretha does a great job singing it. That's my number 9 pick. Now, and finally, I had the Queen of Soul. I got to put in the Godfather of Soul, James Brown. I listened to this one just the other day. This was going to be in my next Spin Zone video, but I'll just talk about it here instead. I saw one of Jeff Party's videos when I was going through his back catalog of videos, and he talked about this album. It's called Thinking About Little Willie John and a Few Nice Things. Which is a unique album title, for sure. I'll just show you the back here. Side 2 is all instrumentals. But side 1, James sings, and it does a really great job. I mean, this is a great... I mean, I like the instrumental stuff too, don't get me wrong, but... This is a great soul album too, even if he only does sing on one side. So the song I'm going to go with off of this album is called "Suffering with the Blues." So that's going to be my pick off of this album. This is finally got another James Brown album, and there's another one that I still haven't shown yet to come in the future. So I'm slowly expanding my JB collection with this album. And there you go. Those are my 10 songs for my soul mixtape. And once again, congratulations, Andy, on achieving a awesome milestone. And thanks for having this contest. And good luck to everyone else who enters. So all that said, I'll cut it off here. And I will talk to you guys later. Peace.